Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we have a very special class. A little birdie told me that the staff and students at Shaw Island School of Washington State love to do my class on Friday afternoons at school together. So this class is dedicated to you guys. Oh, it makes me so happy to know that you guys enjoy my classes, that you enjoy doing yoga. So let's do a short and sweet 10-minute full body flexibility practice together and then have a lovely weekend afterwards. So find some space to move and let's get started. So we will begin today in child's pose. So if you want to come over onto your knees, bring them out nice and wide. Sit back towards your heels and then we'll just lean forwards. Now, if you've got a pillow to use today, you could lay on it. I'm not going to use any props at all, but let's melt it down. You could even use your arms as a pillow if you wanted to, and maybe we'll rest on our right cheek instead of the forehead right now. But whatever is comfy for you, you can close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in and out. And do that again, just a slow, deep breath in and out. And one more time, fill your body up with as much air as you can. And let it all go. If you are resting on your right cheek, maybe we can flip over to the left. And take another slow inhale. And let it go. Another deep breath in. And out. Do that just one more time. Fill up with as much air as you can. And let it go. Awesome work, you guys. You can start to lift up a little bit. We're going to find our way into tabletop, so onto our hands and knees. You can spread the fingers out wide, bring your knees in a little bit under the hips, maybe give everything a bit of a sway as well. And then just reach your arms forwards and front. Reach, reach, reach. Spread your fingers wide. Drop your palms down and then let your chest lower. Let your head lower. Maybe try to look towards your fingers for as long as you can. And then you can lower onto the forehead if you'd like. But just feel the length through your arms. Relax your shoulders. Let go of your week. Now, using an inhale, you can start to lift slowly back up and move your hands in and underneath your shoulders and maybe sway a little bit too. And we'll stay on our hands and knees, but take our left leg out to the side and maybe turn your toes to point forwards. Push your foot into the ground. You can stay on your hands or you could lower down and onto your forearms. But press your foot down. Feel the stretch through your leg. And then if you did, come down onto your forearms, just lift back up and bring your knee in too. And then we will switch sides. Our right leg can go out. Turn the toes, push into the foot, and maybe you will drop down and onto the forearms. A gentle press of your foot down though. Take a breath. And then you can slowly lift back up. Come onto your hands. Bring your knee in back to your tabletop. Now we are going to just kind of scooch onto our tummies and then onto the right side. So onto our right hip. So you could stay on the forearm. You could get nice and comfy here. Rest your head in your hand. So we're going to try to stack our legs on top of one another, try to balance a little bit on our right side. Maybe you're making a nice straight line from your toes all the way to your head, to your upper body, something like that. But feel free to bend the knees too if you feel like you are tipping over in any way. We're going to move our top leg though, so you might start to lift the knee. The foot could float if it wants to float. Maybe you can hold your knee. So if you find the wobbles here, bend your bottom leg too to kind of balance you out. But if you want to wobble a little bit today, or try to resist the wobble, send your bottom leg a little bit longer and give your knee a little hug towards your shoulder. If you want to get really crazy, you might lift the foot up higher, maybe point the toes up above you. Maybe try to touch your big toe with your finger or your peace fingers, your first and your middle finger, sending your heel up. Stretching your leg, of course. Nice work, you guys. Let your legs slowly come back down. Nice and controlled. Resist those wobbles. Awesome work. We're just going to prop ourselves up a little bit higher if you were laying down there. Maybe onto the forearms. Maybe you'll come up and onto your hand. But take your top leg. Let the knee kind of come forwards a little bit. Let the hip kind of come forwards a little bit. So feel a little bit of a side stretch, a little bit of a twist even. And we can take the left hand, maybe it's in front of us, maybe it is behind us. And you can look towards your bottom foot. Nice work, you guys. Bringing that left hand back in front of you. We're just gonna kind of scooch the bottom leg in and then lift ourselves back up onto our hands and knees. So we're back in our tabletop and you can sway it out, wiggle it out a little bit, but then we're gonna scooch back down and onto our tummies and onto the left side now. So decide how you wanna lay. Maybe rest your head in your hand, maybe try to straighten the legs a little bit, make yourself a little wobbly, laying on that left side, nice and long, or maybe you're bending the legs, up to you. You can lift your top leg if you want. You can use your other hand also to support you, or maybe it's gonna hold your knee and hug your knee a little bit towards the shoulder, towards you in any sort of way. Maybe you're gonna get crazy and lift the foot up towards the ceiling. And maybe you're gonna try to hold your big toe. Breathe wherever you happen to be, whatever you are doing. Doesn't matter, just take a breath. And if you've got your top leg lifted, nice and slow, bring it down. Try not to roll onto your back. Nice work, you guys. So you might be coming up now and onto the forearm or onto your hand, and then let your top leg come forwards a little bit. Get heavy a little bit. Bring that hip forwards a touch. And then you can decide, where is your right hand going to be? In front of you, on top of you, maybe behind you. Where are you going to look? You might look at your foot. You might just close your eyes. Just notice what you feel throughout your body. You take a breath. Awesome work, you guys. Bringing the right hand back in front if it's not already there. Slide your bottom leg into, and then just lift up onto your knees. So back into your tabletop, and you can sway, you can wiggle. And then we are going to find just a nice comfy seat. Maybe that's cross-legged. Any comfy seat will do though. And turn your palms to face forwards and bring your fingers to the ground. Spread them wide. Send your thumbs out wide too. Try to stretch your nice fingers and hands, palm. Awesome work, you guys. Let that go. Let your hands maybe rest on top of your knees with your palms facing down. Maybe wiggle your fingers a little bit. And then can you close your eyes? Can you sit a little bit taller through your spine? Can you sit still for a moment? Even if it only lasts just a breath. Awesome practice, you guys. It was short, it was sweet, it was dedicated to the students of Shaw Island. So thank you guys so much for joining me today and everybody else. Until next time, have a lovely weekend. Namaste.